I'm Mark DeForest, I'm the CEO of S2 Games, and I'm here to talk about our next title, Strife.
Strife es un juego MOBA, o juego de batallas multijugador online en arenas, como lo son grandes títulos como Dota 2 o League of Legends. Pero sus creadores lo han querido hacer único.
Let's make a game from the ground up, clean sheet design, taking everything that we've learned in our unique perspective, and let's make what will eventually become the best game in the genre.
Para hacer el mejor juego no basta con la dinámica de jugabilidad en sí. El argumento es indispensable, lo cual no es muy común en el género.
It felt like lore was always kind of like tacked on. And in a certain way, it's completely understandable. In our own game, Heroes of New Earth, lore was completely a side thought. But we realized that it didn't have to be that way. And that by creating a rich lore and being committed to sticking within the bounds of what that lore is, we can add context to the player of like, well, why am I even doing this? Like, why are we fighting? What is the purpose? And for those people who are really interested in knowing the backstories of the characters that they want to portray themselves as and why we're competing, that we felt that we would create a closer attachment to the product. So we took the time to create this great lore.
Los personajes, o héroes, son una parte importantísima de un juego MOBA. Los desarrolladores de Strife han querido asegurarse de que aquí también marcan la diferencia, con menos número de héroes, cosa que agradecerán los jugadores principiantes, pero con muchas más variaciones.
One of the ways that we differentiated ourselves using the less is more concept is, take for example, we talked a little bit about the hero pool and how we're going to be very committed to making sure that every hero is very well thought out. And not that in other games that they're not, but we want to spend even extra time. And that the way that each hero can be played is so varying and unique that while they have a limited skill set, that it offers great variation. But from a new user coming to it, the fact that they don't have to learn 100 plus heroes, that makes a huge difference, right?
Una diversidad que no solo se aplicará a los personajes, sino también a los objetos, gracias a las posibilidades de la personalización de los mismos.
Crafting allows the items themselves to be made in almost infinite number of ways.
Los responsables audiovisuales de Strife han hecho un interesante trabajo en el apartado gráfico.
We simplified everything from the shapes, we simplified the detail level, and we made sure the colors were recognizable and easy to see. You know, for instance, I don't know if you can see this guy Ace behind me here, like, you know, Ace, for instance, I don't know if you saw him in the game. Imagine him versus just a typical tank guy with a bunch of gray armor and spikes all over it, and you try to view that from a distance, it's just kind of a jumbled mess of gray details. And so we really took into account the camera angle, made sure that the different shapes and whatnot read from the angle that you're going to see the camera at.
Strife, como la mayoría de juegos MOBA, irá evolucionando y ampliando sus posibilidades, objetos y personajes con el tiempo.
But we also plan to release new items. And the beauty of releasing new items is the implications that has on one of our ancillary systems in crafting. We will release new pets, again another ancillary system within the game in the form of progression and playstyle customization, and then of course heroes. We will release new heroes, and while I said we are committed to keeping the hero pool low, our game plan is to not release with a ton of heroes, and then at some point in time, you know, we're going to keep the pace of releasing heroes within some form of reason.
El objetivo, al final, es hacer un juego que evolucione junto a su comunidad.
You know, we'll put the servers up, and we'll make sure that we're constantly developing the community and then analyzing the game based upon how our community is reacting to it and where there are trends in play and where there may be issues in balance.
Esto es Strife, un juego MOBA que promete dejar huella en el género.